Hey, it's Erich Hunter here. I want to go over a really important concept that I think you'll find extremely useful in the topic of pendulum healing. And I'm going to be using one of my Egyptian pendulums here. It's a really awesome pendulum, really super powerful pendulum that I sell, and I designed it myself. Okay, so the concept is about healing. And in my basic courses and in my basic book, I have this increase the will to live the highest level possible, and then increase vitality to the highest level possible, and then I have open the ability to receive or neutralize any blocks to receiving, and then in addition I have a whole emotional healing protocol about getting someone may have an emotional block to receiving healing, so working on that so that the person is able to receive. But there's another very important piece that I just had an understanding about recently while in discussion with a really good friend and person. And the discussion was about the concept of willingness to heal. So, how willing are you to heal? Like, what is your level of willingness? And what advantages are you getting from not healing? So these are really important questions because many times when a person is ill, there is the possibility, not always, but in many cases, there actually may be a benefit to the person not being well. And that benefit may not be recognized. And also, the person may have a resistance to actually healing. So I found this to be very interesting questions. So there are some different ways you can go about checking this. So one way is you could just use a number line. You could just douse the number line, have it go from 0 to 10, like I have one in my first book. And you can just douse it, like, where am I at? Like, if 10 is like, I'm 100% ready to heal, and 0 is like, I'm not ready to heal at all. So where are you at? You just swing the pendulum over the number line, and see where does it go. So I'm at a 10. It went right over here. So right now I'm at a 10, which is good. Or you can do it intuitively as well. You could just think to yourself, like, where am I at? And then just see what number comes in your head. So I was startled when I tried this the other day. I was feeling kind of sick. I was only at a 40%. I couldn't believe that. I was like, whoa. So the command you could try is whatever it is that's stopping me from, wanting to be 100% healed, I just notice it and I let it be. And the idea here, I'm playing with an idea from the Alexander technique, where it's like, if there's something that's stopping you, if you try to like change it, you might actually hit resistance. So instead, the idea is just noticing where the resistance is, consciously or unconsciously. And in the act of witnessing, you can allow a release. You could also say neutralize any blocks I have to, wanting to be 100% healed, or increase my ability to heal, or increase my desire to heal to 100%. So that's kind of the first step there. Then the next step is you could say, like, well, and this is be a question you can just ask yourself, like, do I have any like advantages to not being well? Is there any reason why it would be beneficial for me not to be 100% healthy right now, to not be 100% healed, to not have 100% of my energy, present and available? And you might be shocked at the answers that you find. And you could do this with dowsing if you want, but I'd say it's better. This one is better just to do it in your mind. Like, ask yourself the question and just listen, and just see, does anything come up? Like, is there a benefit to me not being well, or to not having 100% energy in this moment? And if there is a yes to that question, don't be upset. It's very common. But just use your pendulum, and you could say whatever it is that's stopping, or whatever benefit I'm getting from not being well, I just notice it and I just allow it. I just let it be. Now, you notice it didn't spin very long for me is because I already did this. I had some issue around this. And so I did some healing work on it and boom. And I started feeling better as soon as I did this, started doing this. And I didn't even realize I had this block. Shocking. I do healing all day. I help people heal constantly. I know I'm doing self-healings. I'm getting help from other healers too, and I had a block. I didn't even realize it. So, um, you know, now each person is going to be different, like why there's a block, why you might have a block, why it's coming up. So it's going to be unique to you. Maybe you don't, and that's great if you don't. But if you do, don't get upset at yourself. And you could try some other commands, like, you might want to do emotional healing protocol. Like I have that free course on emotional healing. It's also in my books. So if you haven't done it already, please take that free course on my website. It's super useful. You can do it real fast, like 15 minutes. You can learn how to do it and start healing yourself emotionally, going really deep with that. Okay, so you can do an emotional healing like around benefits I have to not being well. Like, what is the benefit? So for example, like maybe if you don't have 100% energy and you're not feeling well, you don't have to be visible, or you have a defense, like you have an excuse why to get someone else off your back, or maybe to not do something. Like maybe if you had 100% health and energy, you wouldn't have an excuse why you can't be a success. You may have some limitation on success or some block on doing something, or maybe it's like a defense mechanism. Like there are a million different reasons why, but I think this is a really important topic to investigate. And if you're having trouble, you can just do a simple pendulum command, neutralize any blocks I have to seeing where not being healthy is a benefit to me. Raise my consciousness to the highest level possible to help me see clearly where I'm self-sabotaging and making myself not well, not 100% healthy. So these are just some ideas I throw out there. It's just to stimulate you to start thinking about this. And I encourage you, if you haven't done this before, look at this. I've heard of this before in various contexts in the healing world, but for some reason, just recently, it just really landed with me again, and it was just more clear. And check it out, please. I encourage you. Yeah, and thanks for watching this video. Post your questions and comments below. Bye.